country is this? I asked them. They said nothing and left me there. I began to walk away from the village. I had my sword with me, and I was happy about that. When I came to a road, I walked careful. I was afraid of a road. I saw some animals near the road, and other animals up in the trees. They were very dirty and very ugly. The bigger animals had a lot of hair on their heads, their faces, and their backs, and on the front of their legs and feet. The small animals had longer hair on their heads, but not much hair on their bodies. Their hair was different colors: brown, red, black, and yellow. I hated these animals. When I looked at them, I felt ill. I walked again. Perhaps I will meet some men and they'll help me, I thought. Suddenly, I met one of these ugly animals on the road. He stopped and looked hard at me. This made his face uglier. He put out his front foot, and I hit him with my sword. "You will not hurt me, you ugly animal," I cried. I didn't want to hurt him too much, but he made a loud noise, and about 40 more animals ran to him. They shouted at me and made angry noises. I moved to a tree and stood with my back to it. I used my sword, but some animals climbed up the tree. From there, they threw things down at me. Suddenly, the animals all ran away quickly. I left the tree and started on the road again. Why are they so afraid? I thought. Then I saw the answer to my question. It was a horse. He saw me and stopped in front of me. Then this horse looked carefully at my face and hands and feet. He walked round and round me. I tried to walk away, but he stopped again in front of me. I put my hand on his back. We do this in England when we meet a strange horse, but the horse didn't like it. He put up his left front of foot and pushed away my hand. Then he made the sounds of a horse again and again, but each sound was different. Is he speaking a language? I thought. Another horse arrived, and the two horses made noises. They were having a conversation, I thought. I was a little afraid and began to walk away, but the first horse, a gray horse, made a sound. I understood. He wanted me to stop. The two horses came near me and looked carefully at my face and hands. The gray horse moved my hat with his right foot, and it fell to the ground. I did it again. The other horse, a brown horse, filled my coat, then my clothes. He hurt me, and I shouted loudly, "I'm Englishman. Please, can I sit on your back and go to a town or village?" The two horses began to talk about me again in their horses' language. One word made the sound Yahoo. I tried to say it too. Then I said it to the horses. The grey horse said the word again and again. I repeated it, but not very well. The brown horse gave me a second word, a more difficult one. High herons. I tried it 2 or 3 times. The last time was better. One horse talked to the other horse about me, I think, and the brown horse went away. The grey horse told me, "Walk in front of me." I followed him. Sometimes I walked too slowly, and he cried, I'm tired. I cannot walk faster." around. Then the horse stood quickly and I sat down. We traveled to 5 kilometers before we arrived at the house. I began to look for people. They teach their horses well in this country. I thought, now I'll meet the owner of this fine horse and he can help me. But there were no people in the first room of the house, only horses. I followed the horse into the second room, then the third room. I waited for people. The gray horse made a sound, and the smaller horse and 2 young horses came. They looked at me. This is the horse's house, I thought. The gray horse is the owner, and these are his wife and children. The servants are horses too, but how can this be true? The wife looked at me in an unfriendly way. She turned to the gray horse and spoke to him. I heard the word Yahoo. He moved his head and said, "Ha, ha." So I followed him. We went to another house, and in it there were 3 of those ugly hair animals. They could not live because there was strong string around them. The other end of the string was in the well. The gray horse called the young red-brown horse a servant, and the servant emptied of the animals. He put that ugly hair animal next to me. The owner and his servant looked carefully at the animal, then at me again. I heard the word Yahoo. Then I understood this ugly animal was not very difficult from a man. He had front feet and I had hands. My feet and the Yahoo's feet were the same. The horses could not see that because I wore shoes. Our bodies were the same too, but the horses could not see that because I wore clothes. The red-brown horses gave me different foods. The Yahoos ate meat, but I could not eat it. It was too hard and dirty. Then the horse gave me horse food, but it was too dry for me. I'll have to meet some men, I thought, or I'll die. And these Yahoos are not men. I put my hands to my mouth. I'm thirsty. The horses gave me milk. Later, I made bread from the dry horse's food. Sometimes I cut a bird and a small animal and ate that. With this food and some fruit from the trees, I lived a very good life. I was never ill on that island. At night, the gray horse, I will call him my owner, talked to his servant